Going to do a little video today on what we did to our Harley, so if you can, please like and subscribe. I thought I'd do a video on what did you do to your Harley today. You've just got your new or used bike, and what's the first thing you think about when you get it home? How do I make it mine? There are so many parts and accessories that you can add to the bike. Every bike that I've ever owned, I've done something to make it mine or to make it ride better. Usually one of the first things you do is go online, you look in the forums, and you find the sticky topic that says, what did you do to your Harley today? In that topic you can read hundreds of things that people have done to their bike. You then go to Facebook and you join all the Harley groups and you ask the same questions. Those are more brutal than the forums because you get people who are sick and tired of everyone asking the same question. I'll give you a hint. When you go on those groups, go to the search option and search for your questions, like, what type of exhaust should I buy? What type of shock should I buy? Unless you're into abuse, try that first. So let's get into this. A little background on my trike. I bought it used and the previous owners did a lot of upgrades to it. I've also done a lot more since I got the bike. In all, there are over 50 updates, upgrades, and accessories that have been put on this bike. This notebook here holds the instructions of 43 of the updates on this bike. I know it's a little nerdy, but I've used it almost like a service manual, as it contains the instructions for the installation of the items. So what we're going to do is start at the front of the bike and work our way to the rear. I'll also let you know if I did an install video on the update. I'll also add the list of all the 50 items in the area below the video. If you like something, I can give you a part number if you comment. Hopefully, if you watch the whole video, you won't just think you wasted your time, and you got something out of it. And as always, be sure to like and subscribe. So here we go. Alright, the first accessory we got is the windshield. This is a Freedom Shield windshield. It's supposed to deflect the air. It does alright. I was hoping that I wouldn't have as much buffeting. Anyway, next thing here is we've got the windshield trim with the mirror mounts, and it's two pieces. It's a trim part and then you buy the mirrors. That takes the place of the mirrors that were on the hand grips. Next we move into the Kuryakyn vent cover. It's nice and chrome, so it looks really nice. And inside here I actually did a vent bug screen, which I just made a little template and put it in there, and I did a video on this. You really can't see it. It's just made out of a gutter guard. That's it. Just cut it out there and I put that in there. The next add-on to the bike are these adjustable air deflectors, and you can direct air, to try and take the buffeting off of you. There are two, one on each side of the bike. The next thing I added was the Innovv K3 dash cam, and there's a front part of it, and this is the rear camera. And I did do a install video on installing the dash cam. Next we have the highway pegs, which I have obviously one on either side of the bike. Next is the Ciro's big ass drink holder, and I did a video on installing that. Next we have the Willie G skull hand grips. We've got the radio trim bezel. Next are the Dakota digital gauges, and I did a complete install video on those. Then we have the Dynojet Power Vision tuner. Next are the Khrome Werks 2+2 narrow handlebars, and I did an install video on those. Then we've got the Flames gas tank cover. We got the Harley Davidson axle nut covers on the front wheel, one on either side. Also down here is a Khrome water pump cover. We have the Kuryakyn passenger drink holder. Then there's the Harley circular seat pad, and that's supposed to try and help keep you cooler and drier in the hot heat we have here in Arizona. Next I actually have a Harley Hammock knockoff seat, and I did a little video on that. Behind that is the backrest, and underneath there is the holder for it, and it is adjustable. Next thing we added were the tank lift and the Cooling Deflector Wings, which help deflect air over the motor. And it also gets the gas tank with the tank lift up off the cylinders. I did a video on that. Next is the Kuryakyn Tour-Pak Relocation. It actually moves the Tour-Pak about 3 inches back. Added to that is the Kuryakyn Filler Pad, because there's a lot of wires that show after that. And then also added to the Tour-Pak is the a luggage rack. Inside the Tour-Pak I also have a Tour-Pak lid organizer, and I believe it was made by a company called Black Path, but I can't find it. Next we have the HD script passenger floorboard cover. We have 2 of those. Right next to that is the Flames derby cover. Next thing that I changed is the shift lever. The Harley one is known to break, and I did a video on that. Next is the Ciro Tri-Bar air cleaner, and I did a video on that. And also along with that is the DK Customs external breather, which you can see the air hoses that go from the breather bolts, and then those go down into a filter on the bottom. Then we have a Flames transmission end cover trim. Next to that is the rider footboard heel guard, which keeps your heels off the muffler pipe. And then the exhaust system is an SNS pipes that I put on. I did a video on that. These are the slip-on muffler slip-ons. They're RCX 4.5 muffler Rage Chrome. Right above those are little chrome accent pieces that they call exhaust trim. Next we have something they call the trunk guard, which is kind of like a bumper. It just wraps around the back of the trunk. We have Kuryakyn knockoff center caps on the wheels. And next we have LED rear brake lights, and I did an install video on that. Now a few items that you can't see. Underneath the fairing cover here I have a wireless headset interface module and also a wireless headset interface module harness, and I did a video on that, and that allows me to hook up with the wireless headsets. And the WIM allows me to use my Harley Davidson Senna Bluetooth headsets, and also inside my helmet here are where the speakers go, are Senna HD speakers, which really makes the sound difference compared to the stock Senna speakers that you get with the unit. Behind the left cover here I added a piezo speaker. It's about a $6 little electronic speaker, and you wire that into the alarm system. You don't have to pay for Harley's big expensive alarm part, and I did a video on that, and if you do that then the bike will make a noise similar to this when it starts, and that's actually the sound of the speaker. The other thing I added to the rear of the bike were super shocks, and they're 14.5-inch shocks, so no lift kit is required on this model. This is 2016. Another item that you clearly can't see is the Rockford Fosgate sound system, and it consisted of 4 speakers and an amplifier. It was a whole kit, and you updated all of the 4 speakers that are on there, and the amplifier is actually connected to the body of the trike. I did do a video on that also, the installation of it. After that, for the front tire, which you can't see, I put in tire beads. I was having problems with the weights falling off, and did a little research, and you can put these little beads in there and that keeps the tire aligned. And then the last thing is there is PPF on here, paint protection film, and I'm not really sure how well it's protecting. It's on the fender. It's right along here, but this part of the fender is exposed. There's some protection film right here, and there's also some protection film right there. And those are 3 pieces, and the same on the other side. Well, there you have it. 50 things of what I've done to my Harley today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you can, please subscribe and like, and we'll see you in the next video.